Indonesia is becoming the strongest country in the world because of these two lifters. Rizki Juniencia and Rahtmat Abdullah. Both are driven by one goal: be the strongest in the world. They're not just competing against the world's best, they're competing against each other. Globally ranked at number 1 and number 2 in the 73 kilogram or 160-ish pound weight class globally, these two lifters are the best in the entire world, and they're in the same weight class and in the same country of Indonesia. So in a country where weightlifting is a source of national pride, these two are pushing each other to their limits to see who can become the very best. For Rizki and Rahtmat, it's not about just who can lift the most weight, it's about determining Indonesia's future at the Olympic Games. In a country who has never won a gold medal in Olympic weightlifting, the stakes are at an all-time high. Them both being ranked number 1 and number 2 literally just warrants a matchup of the century, and it definitely did. So pretty much all of this rested on their shoulders, but here's the kicker: only one of them could compete for Indonesia at the Olympic Games. We'll briefly touch on that at the end. Not really briefly, because it makes me mad, it makes everybody else mad, but we'll tackle it later. First, I want to take a quick shout out to Weightlifting House. Seb and Nate do amazing work over there to provide content for the weightlifting community, and I'll also list all those in the description too, so go check out their channels. But if you kept up with the Olympics or weightlifting in general, you've probably heard of these two names. But if you haven't, I'll give you a quick rundown on who they are. I've got my computer here just so I don't make any mistakes or anything. So Rizki Juniencia, he is a 21-year-old from Serang, Bataan. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. So Rizki began his training at around 9 years old. Now you may think that this is super young, but in a lot of these Asian countries, specifically China, they will handpick these kids from grade school to train them in order to become Olympic athletes for them. So school in the morning and then training in the afternoon. So that's a whole nother story for a different day. It's honestly insane. But probably same thing happened with Rahtmat. So Rahtmat Abdullah, he's 24-year-old from Makassar, South Sulawesi. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. He also started weightlifting at a young age, but he had a kind of a different upbringing. His two parents were both Olympic weightlifters as well. His dad actually qualified for the 2004 Olympics in Athens, but due to injuries, he was not able to compete. So, a lot rested on Rahtmat's shoulders. He had a prophecy to fulfill since his dad couldn't compete at the Olympic Games. But thankfully, in 2020 at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, he stood on the Olympic podium, but only a bronze medal. Now, I'm not saying that's crazy or that's not impressive or anything, but the gold medal for Indonesia still stood untouched. So that being said, these two wanted it bad. So fast forward to 2024 in Phuket, Thailand. These two put on a battle, a master battle. So Rahtmat's coming into this with the world record in the clean and jerk and the world record in the total. Now, if you don't know what any of this means, Olympic weightlifting is made up of two different lifts, the snatch and the clean and jerk. The winner is whoever can lift the most of those two totals combined. So now snatch is one fluid motion from the ground to overhead. Clean and jerk is one fluid motion to the shoulders and then one fluid motion to overhead. The one who can make the most poundage or the most kilo-age of those two lifts, that's the total, and then they win the entire competition. So coming into this, Rahtmat had the world record in the clean and jerk at 204 kilograms. I'll pop up the pounds somewhere in here. And he also had the world record in the total at 363 kilograms. I'll also pop up that in poundage for us American folk. And with all that being said, Rizki was coming back from a 6-month shoulder surgery. So everybody had their eyes on the 73 kilogram weight class. Now you may be thinking, why does this even matter since they're ranked number 1 and number 2 at this weight class? They're both probably gonna go to the Olympics, but no. The Olympics has a dumb rule where only one person can represent their country in the Olympic Games, and it's absolute blasphemy because we don't get to witness a showdown like this. It's not even at the Olympics. It's at a qualifier for the Olympics. It doesn't even make any sense. Olympics, if you're watching this, get rid of this stupid. As I was saying, only one person can represent their country. at the Olympic Games. Now, Rahtmat, with multiple world records and Rizki coming back from surgery, Rahtmat was the favorite, but Rizki is such a dynamic lifter. Nobody knew what was going to happen. But these two put on one of the most intense battles in all of weightlifting history. So Rizki put on a master class performance. During this competition, he broke Rahtmat's previous world record total of 363 kilograms, and he put up a total of 365 kilograms. Even though Rizki put out a new world record of 365 kilograms, this competition was far from over. Rahtmat still had 2 more lifts in the clean and jerk to solidify his spot at the Olympic Games. So with these 2 attempts, Rahtmat would have to clean and jerk 2 kilos over his previous world record of 204 kilograms. And considering clean and jerk was Rahtmat's bread and butter, nobody knew what was going to happen. So Rahtmat comes out for his first attempt. Misses the jerk. Now, as you can see, you saw how easy that clean was. Second attempt, looking promising. So if you're new to weightlifting, if you miss an attempt and nobody's after you, you get 2 minutes to rest up and declare your next weight. If you want to go up, you can go up. If you want to stay at the same weight, you stay at the same weight. So 2 minutes on the clock at Rahtmat. He decides to stay at the same weight. He needs to hit this to go to the Olympic Games to beat Rizki. So he just sits on the side of the stage. But to everyone's bewilderment, he does not take the full 2 minutes. He literally takes 30 seconds, and then he's back up on the platform, ready for his final attempt. This attempt to represent his country at the Olympic Games, to fulfill his dream and probably his father's dream of winning a gold medal, to bring it back to his family. He steps up to the bar. He cleans it. And puts everything he has out on that platform. In a heartbreaking final showdown, Rahtmat did not have it in him, and Rizki would represent Indonesia in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now, Rizki would go on, and he would win the first ever gold medal in Olympic weightlifting for Indonesia. But you know, this gold medal was more than just his. It was a symbol of Indonesian strength. Born from one of the most intense rivalries, for both of these guys being born in the same country, it's one of the most intense rivalries in probably weightlifting history. And honestly, we'll probably get to see that for the next however many years these guys decide to compete, because they're probably going to be in the same weight class. You know, it not only inspires probably Indonesian lifters, but the entire weightlifting community, myself included, because these guys are about the same weight as I am, which is crazy. No, Rahtmat and Rizki both push each other to new limits, even breaking those limits at times, going over world record after world record after world record. So, you know, as we gear up for the Olympics at 2028 here in the United States, we're going to expect some fierce competition between these 2 Indonesian lifters. Hopefully, I'll get to go to the Olympics and watch them. Well, then again, not watch them, maybe watch one of them because of the stupid rule. So yeah, we're gonna expect some pretty crazy competitions in the next coming years between these 2. If you haven't yet and you're still around, thank you. Like and subscribe to this video. I'm gonna be doing some more videos like this because I love weightlifting, and I want to bring the attention to weightlifting here in the United States. It's not very popular, and it definitely should be, because of weightlifters on the rise like Hampton Morris and Olivia Reeves, 2 young and super exciting weightlifters that should definitely get the recognition they deserve. And I think after this Olympic Games, they definitely did. Hampton Morris getting a bronze medal, Olivia Reeves getting a gold medal. Insane. But it's just not that well known here, and I wish it was. Comment below if you liked the video or if you hated it. I don't know. And if there's any other content you'd like me to cover, I'll also do that. So, but in the meantime, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.